Wave.
So you have another book coming out, focus on Maggie and
Cooper, yes.
Cooper. Okay.
Cooper.
How do you decide like which character that you want to create another book for?
For this one, it was initially planned to be first-time caller, long-time listener, and it was going to be Aiden and Lucy, and then Maggie and Cooper. That was always the plan. But then when I was writing first-time caller, Jackson was just so there, and the Delilah thing just happened. So I was like, oh, okay, we'll write their book too. So sometimes that happens where I will have set plans when I start, and then a side character is just very vocal as I'm drafting. I'm like, oh, okay, I will write you a story, Jackson.
I love that it happens like that in your brain, because I'll be reading. I love books that are set in the same universe, because you'll be reading and then you'll hear about, like, when I'm reading the first one, I hear about Jackson. I'm like, what was that? Who's that? All right, I'll catch up with you later.
I'm going to hear a lot more from Maggie.
Welcome back to House of Maher, a Wave original presented by Liquid IV. Our lines are open, so help yourself to whatever is in the fridge. The Wi-Fi password is longtime_listener, all caps. You should know we have a few house rules here.
Girls are magic.
Reading is hot.
So make sure to subscribe, watch on YouTube, check out Adriana's, what were we calling it?
I said Slay Sandlot Core.
Little League.
She looks like she could umpire a mean rec league right now.
And I should be, actually. I think I would be actually pretty good at it. I think I'd enjoy it. And I think we need more people invested in children's leagues.
Community
they
like that.
need coaches. They need umps. They need this.
And you need to be a certain type of person, because parents get crazy.
Yeah,
and they will yell.
I think I could hold it down.
I think
That's
so
the
too.
issue, man. Like more people would ref and whatnot, but these parents can be so rude to people. Like I wouldn't want to be a soccer ref with the way these people talk to me.
No.
You know, and some of them, it's like, let the kids play.
Right.
You do it. That's always my thing about refs. I just respect them so much because of what they have to, the parents and fans, how they yell at them.
What they have to deal with. Yeah.
You wouldn't take any shit, though.
No,
Not in this outfit. No way.
God.
Can
Not
we
in
get
her
your
jorts.
best? Strike.
No?
It's just more, I think it's
hear
deeper
yours.
in the throat.
Is it?
Go for it, please.
No, I can't.
Real guttural.
Ilona,
I don't
give
want
us
to.
your best. Ow.
No.
Come on! Somebody just tried sliding into home. What are you doing?
Out.
That's good!
Just a little bit more. You're good.
Yeah. How would you
Liv?
sell a hot dog, Dre?
Be like really. Hot dog! That would be me.
She moved the mic away.
You
she
ate that up.
she
I
knew
think
she was
that's
about
great.
to hit notes.
You know what hit really good too? If I was the getting my little brush out to wipe off home base.
Oh, hell yeah. Guys, should we all like challenge ourselves to go like join a rec league to like umpire kids and stuff?
Would you get bribed ever by like the parents?
Absolutely not. There's integrity in sport.
I'm doing like parlays on the 5-up league.
Imagine they're like, oh, there's a new umpire. That's crazy. We never had him here before. And at the end of the game, Ilona reveals that it's her. She takes the cage off her face.
All right, let's get into the group chat. Today, the group chat is hydrated by Liquid IV. Research from the 2020 Tokyo Olympics found that women were 10 times more likely than men to be visually objectified by the cameras. So it's like the angles that you're seeing. And you might have seen this online. We'll insert it. Hey, of now certain shots are no longer allowed. Specifically, when a sprinter is getting down at the start line, you can't see their butts.
You can't like be behind them kind of thing.
Or the side of them. Like, it has to be respectful.
Interesting. Yeah. I mean, that makes sense to me.
100%.
Crazy that was still happening. I mean, I feel like in rugby that happens a lot too. Like, but that might just be like the social cameras on the sides, like especially when like girls are doing the line outs and they're pulling the shorts way up their butts.
Yeah.
Thoughts?
I'm not like,
Ilona has
I don't have an issue with it.
Really?
About the rugby ones?
About the rugby. I can't speak for the track and field.
Yeah.
For rugby, I think it's kind of funny. There's like a thing where we lift each other by our shorts, and a lot of times when it's the girls, it'll be like right up their butts.
Right.
And hell yeah.
It's like a you got it, flaunt it kind of
It's like you got it, flaunt it. These girls got it.
Yeah.
And sometimes when you're in the scrum, or a lot of times I'll objectify men.
Yeah.
gain
Men get up there
lines?
too with the.
There's one page, Gain Lines Fitness, who be objectifying the men.
Honestly, maybe a little more than the women.
They do it more than the women, I think, in a way, because they're scared to objectify the women. I've told Gain Lines, I've messaged them, you guys have my full permission to objectify me.
You need to objectify me, please. Oh yeah, look at this.
You have
we
full
just pulled
permission.
This up. Look at the cake. We're baking buns on this screen right here.
Yeah, like that's
looking like Detective Stabler.
Yeah.
I didn't get that reference.
SVU.
He's known for his buns.
But
so then look at this page. There's not usually like a women thing.
it's very. And if it is women,
and I understand you have to be a little bit smart about
there
it.
we go. Literally that.
Line
We're
out.
seeing bulge on our screens, you guys. We're seeing bulge. But I do agree, like especially in track and field or maybe volleyball, where the uniforms are tiny on a lady.
And then they get fined if they try to wear a different uniform.
Oh yeah, there was a team that just did that somewhere. Right?
I think that's the issue. Is like we don't wear really the sexualized clothing. Whereas these women are told to wear pretty sexualized clothing, and they have to. So these sprinters have to wear these bikini lines. Whereas like the shot of them from behind, if it was like shorts or something like that, would be different than them having just bikini bottoms on.
Right. So
I think if the women's team is forced to wear this like scanty like bottoms, but the men's can wear whatever, and your reason is like, no, it's better for the sport, that's bullshit.
That's
100%
bullshit.
Yeah.
The same study also found that nearly 70% of women's events required revealing uniforms, compared with men's 53.5%.
That's crazy.
So that's it. Required
revealing
uniforms.
uniforms is interesting.
It's a big difference.
It is.
And I've seen it everywhere too, of just, I'm like, why are they wearing that? I don't think this tiny little short is helping them in their like athletic ability.
I famously cannot run in shorts. My thighs do not allow it. Like I need more fabric. I need like leggings there. So I can't even imagine trying to.
You haven't tried running shorts?
I've tried and my coochie eats them. Like they get like caught up in there, and then it's just my thighs acting together, and I'm running like this like the whole time. Pulling
Yeah,
down
I
my
guess
crotch.
so.
So that's me. I obviously do not have a Olympic runner's body or thighs, I think typically what those are. But that's not me. So I could not imagine running in something like that. But I can see how it would make you faster.
In some ways, in terms of like the bikini, like volleyball, I could understand the bikini volleyball outfit if you're trying to you're trying to get a tan on.
No, to be sure. Although,
You know,
look at the look in her eye. Trying to get a tan on.
I love getting a tan on. My teammates and I were just talking about it in the locker room, because we're training and we have to wear shorts. We can wear our bras. We have to wear a stat sport bra over it, which like takes our meters. So then you're more covered. So now I have this massive sports bra tan and short tan, and my teammate Kayla was just like, man, if we could just be topless, we'd have an even tan like the boys.
Oh.
Instead, we can't free the nipple.
Wait, do the boys not have to have a meter?
So like they do, but we're training in a group, whereas they're kind of training on their own, so they're not taking their meters. But the tan lines are real. It's like I have one. I've been getting my stomach tan though, guys.
Hey, how so? You just pull your shirts up during the training?
No, I don't wear a shirt for training. I just keep that, but then I have like, it's like right below my belly button, white, a little bit lower. And I'm wearing my sunscreen, of course.
Your stomach looks like that, so ours can look like this.
Yes. For real.
Yes.
Just all white.
So I just think with this, like, I'm happy that they're changing the camera angles and they're making it. I also just wonder, is it simple as letting these women wear what they want to fucking wear to perform
100%.
it? Giving them options.
They're going to want to perform at their best. And if the tiny shorts do that, they're going to continue. And if it's not,
Yes. And I think not judging those who choose to wear the bikini bottoms.
Yeah.
I would probably wear the bikini bottoms so I don't have a weird short tan.
And to show off her buns.
And to show off my
She likes
butt,
that.
okay?
would you change anything about a rugby uniform?
I like my shorts really short, and
Well,
But that's better for
I
the
love
game.
being
I can't
objective.
grab
No, I
them.
just like, I like because it looks better. No, that's not it. No, I like my rugby shorts short because they look better.
Are you rolling them middle school style? Like what?
If I need to, I don't like my shorts to be. I want them just right underneath.
Okay.
And sometimes our shorts can be pretty long. I want them right underneath. I want my top as tight as possible. Everything shown. I'm the worst person to talk about this with. But the tightest possible on the jersey is because we use jersey to grab. So if you have a loose jersey on, we use it a lot. So like
Yeah.
I can easily grab you. Whereas I don't want somebody to be able to, I want them to try to grab me. And it's like, wow, that's like a second skin.
Do you ever need help putting on your...
Oh, all the time. And taking it off.
Whoa.
Yeah. Especially if you're sweaty, you gotta pull it down. It's constant in the locker room having somebody help you put your jersey on.
That's a sensory nightmare.
Yeah, so
Okay, so that's that on that.
I see what the problem is. Keep objectifying me.
No.
Ladies, it's about to be fall. Did we hit everything on our summer bucket lists? Adriana's yet to umpire a Little League game. That's
a fall activity.
That's a fall. That could be a fall activity. Sure.
I don't know. I think I had a pretty good summer. It was
Yeah?
very fun. I was drinking a little bit more than usual.
Yeah,
I've been
you're
aware
saying
of that. I do want to
Pull back.
pull
Which is
back.
crazy you say that because you really don't drink much.
I have 5 beers one day. Fuck.
Woof.
But
Cans? How big? Pints?
Drafts.
I don't
Stein?
know if I know beer measurements that
in a
well.
pint
I'll do
glass
like
or
a
a can?
Corona. I'll do like a
Okay, so she has like
the
in a
lightest
pint.
beer,
Okay.
a pint maybe sometimes. I'll often ask the bartender, "It's the lightest beer you got."
Yeah.
I will say, and this is you're drinking with your friends mostly, right? Because we're terrible influences on each other too. When we get together,
Ilona
Should
called
we have
me
a rosé?
yesterday. She would literally, should we have a rosé? She called me yesterday to ask advice on how to make a pasta, and I was like, "Are you gonna have a bit of wine?"
yeah, that's what she said.
with a bottle of wine? Like I got so
And
excited
I was like,
for her.
no, I'm not.
Yeah, sorry, bad influences. But like in a social fun, I don't know.
I know, but we
love
drink
it.
like 5 days out of the week when we're together.
No.
Yes, we totally
that's
do.
drama.
Olivia, we totally do.
But it's not in excess. We have like a glass or two of
No, I
wine.
know. We never, I don't think we've ever really gotten drunk.
I feel like that's healthy for us.
Yeah, you know what's not, the most thing is that there can be a lot of sugar in these drinks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's like what my dietitian and I were talking about, is that it's like not so much the alcohol is like you're having cocktails and you're having so much fruit juices and in the
Yeah.
wine there's, so that's where like the issue can be.
Excess sugar.
So we just got to do
unnecessary.
shots of tequila.
Perfect. And there's still well, it's not sugar, but there's calories in vodka.
Yeah.
I learned.
Anyway, that got off topic. Favorite things you guys are doing this summer?
Okay, maybe mine was drinking. There we go. It's still on topic. No.
The summer really turned busy for me. I like one of these days I'm gonna have a summer where it's just chill.
You say that you won't allow
In
that
2029,
happen.
guys.
She will not do that.
In
Isn't that what you-
2020, in
Don't listen to her.
2031,
Look at me. Don't look
gonna
at
be
her.
like the
She's
summer
not.
you're
I'm
pregnant.
taking a
that.
I'm taking a
She's
chill.
had 2 days of quiet, and she was on a call with me and her agent. She was like, "Feels like a quiet period, huh, guys?
Are we making money or what, guys?"
I don't know.
And then they're all like, chill.
Like, hey,
You're literally safe for the next
or safe
many
girl,
years.
things are processing. Like it's fine.
So I'm trying to like still enjoy the moments like after training and stuff like that, going to get dinner when it can be hard for me because I know like, oh wow, tomorrow's going to be a really tough training day. I should be sleeping, but I think I can't let that rule me, and I need to like, I went to like my friend to this dockside thing, and then I went out to dinner with some other friends, and I've been doing this. So I'm trying to fit in moments, but it's definitely been, I'm back in it. This is all I think about kind of.
How does San Diego feel?
Oh man, it's such a beautiful place.
Yeah.
It's just one of the greatest cities in America.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you doing all your like finding new restaurants? To
Oh,
do
I walk
and
around,
researching?
I
Your
find new
algorithm's, like,
restaurants.
serving you all your.
Oh yeah, I've been liking a lot of TikTok, and then sometimes I see these TikTokers who put these restaurants in, and no, you're not a real one. You don't know.
You're not a real
You know,
one.
if they put one in that's like more aesthetically pleasing than
Yeah.
actually food pleasing, you don't know.
No.
Get that off my page. And I'll stop watching if they say a restaurant that I think
Blocked
is
and
terrible.
reported.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's so much I want to do and kind of have more of a balance between rugby and life.
Life, it's meant to be lived.
Yes.
Time you enjoyed wasting? It's not wasted time.
Right.
Have I talked about on here the nuns with a podcast?
The sister?
They're Dominican nuns, though, I believe. So, which our cousin famously is a Dominican priest, but the Dominican nuns have a podcast.
Yes. So not like Dominican, like Republic.
Oh,
nuns.
no, sorry.
Dominican as in the order.
The order, a Catholic religious order sect of. Yes. Sorry, I'm not explaining that well. Anyway, there are nuns that have a podcast. We are getting away from this. And there's one of them that usually does most of the interviewing, and they call each other sister, because obviously that's what they do, but it comes across so slay, almost, like they don't even mean to, but one of them asked the other and said, "Sister, do you have any hobbies?" And she goes, "No, sister, I do not." That was like, end of sentence, and she laughs a little bit. She was like, hobbies feel like work to me. I just want to sit and have a conversation with someone. And I was like, yes, I love that. I think that's really fun. Just for being like, "No, sister, I do not."
You're not much of a hobbyist, besides your running. It's almost like a job,
Well,
though.
it's kind of like a job.
Yeah, I will say that is a job. And reading, I would say, is a hobby.
But also
Kind of a
low-key
job. We talk about it here.
But if you find pleasure in it.
Right. Guys, do I not have hobbies?
She makes some mean pasta.
I do. I like cooking. That's a hobby.
Cookies a hobby.
But I don't do it when there aren't people around, really.
Is walking a hobby?
I'd say a hot girl walk is a hobby.
Did you guys see that hot girl walk controversy?
Yeah, where she trademarked it.
This girl trademarked hot girl walk, and she was getting pissed at all these girls who were using hot girl walk.
Yeah.
She's like suing these girls who are just trying to have community events to welcome women in.
Suing people.
She's suing girls.
Or it was like cease and desist.
Cease and desist to these women who are just like literally just trying to have community events, get these girls out. She's like, I was kind of, and she made like a video where it was like, you know, I started walking when it wasn't cool. And I was walking in COVID and all this stuff. And she's like,
I fear people have always walked.
I fear they've always, she said, this was during COVID and I was doing this and like, I was like, all right.
Is she the creator that coined hot girl walk?
She coined hot girl walk.
Okay.
Yeah, she trademarked it.
You got to give half of that to Meg the Stallion, though.
Yeah, because Meg did hot girl and now people just do like hot girl this, hot girl blah, blah,
And
blah.
that's what I was like kind of credit Girl Dinner as the breakdown of Hot Girl Summer, Meg the Stallion, and then there was Hot Girl Walks, and there's this was like, well, Girl Dinner, simply.
Girl dinner, yeah.
Girl math.
Girl Math, and then Girl
Everything.
Math came from Girl Dinner, and so on and so forth.
So now you have to say like hot
like,
girls.
it's
You
a-
can't say walk, you just say something else. Hot girl
Girl
trot.
walk.
Oh no. I feel like I'm conflicted because I don't know enough about it, and I feel for her. You know, I'm not suing people, obviously.
You
but,
feel
like,
for her?
I don't know. Should I feel for her
No.
as somebody that coined a term?
No, because I feel the same way about your term, girl dinner. The world, that's the world's term
yeah.
too now.
The world took
like
it.
hot girl walk. Again, she took the hot girl and she took the walk thing. Yeah, are we all saying it? But it's now a way that, like, take it from that, the way it's connecting women and girls and like this thing
True.
that all girls have now girl dinner.
And I do feel that about Girl Dinner. Like, I birthed it into the world, and now it's the world's.
Yeah.
Everybody uses it.
It's kind of like when you steal something, don't go from the local mom and pops, like go from the big corp. That's
Yeah.
like, if you're gonna have this phrase, why are you going after like the
Yeah,
small
the
local
groups of
groups?
girls.
rather
Yeah,
than,
don't-
like
don't
big
go after
That's a
the-
good
yeah.
point. Yeah.
Oh wait, ladies, I think our guest is here. Okay, you guys, tell me I'm not crazy and that this summer was extra hot.
Oh, 100%. Without a doubt. I was sweating more than normal in all of my workout classes.
I hate how dehydrated I get when it's hot outside.
Same. That's why I always carry Liquid IV with me in every bag. Just one stick of Liquid IV and 16 ounces of water is more hydrating than water alone. I go to the training room, I put Liquid IV in, and I shake, and then I drink that so that I'm prepped for my workout.
Smart.
Because you're outside.
Because I'm outside, I'm sweating.
I love Liquid IV. Capital LOVE love, especially the new lychee sorbet flavor.
I love how easy it is to use. Example A, you can literally take it anywhere for some on-the-go hydration.
Getting it all in there.
Wow. Shake,
This is what I do before training.
You're like, Liquid IV also has 3 times the electrolytes, the leading sports drink, plus 8 vitamins, nutrients, all in a single stick. That's what she's saying.
And then she goes, and you know it's legit because Liquid IV is backed by a scientific advisory board. Real experts, real science.
I just usually say it tastes good, does the job.
Go to liquidiv.com and get 20% off your first purchase with code 2026HOM at checkout.
Maybe it's just that first hint of fall, but I am so ready for the season. Give me my JBL Live headphones, a long walk, a good latte, and a cozy audiobook. I'm set.
I mean, fall is basically rom-com season, and it's the perfect time for an audiobook. I just did 5 hours on a flight with these bad boys. And once my JBL Live headphones are on, I will fully be in my cozy fall era. What are you guys planning on listening to this fall?
I need to listen to more books that like inform you on things.
Yeah.
How smart I feel when I go to my friends and I'm like, oh, I'm actually reading a book on this war. If you love getting pulled into an audiobook or podcast, the JBL Live headphones are such a good pick because they have that bold, unfiltered sound. I actually am having trouble hearing you guys right now. Whoa. Because it's doing so well.
She's
it's all
locked
muffled.
in, dude.
So it's locked in. I'm locked in.
If you're listening on a flight, your commute, or just on a rom-com-esque fall walk, they make everything feel way more immersive.
If you're ready to hear every story the way it was meant to sound, it's time to throw in a pair of JBL Live headphones.
With a range of colors to match your vibe, find your pair at jbl.com.
Something about this time of year always makes me want to reset a little and do things that make me feel more confident and more like myself.
What's something you do this time of year that then makes you feel better?
I always gravitate towards cozy fall clothes. You know, just putting that on. I just love it and I feel like me. If you want a simple refresh to help you realign, it can be as easy as amplifying your look with clean beauty from Thrive Cosmetics.
For every product purchased, Thrive Cosmetics donates products and funds to help communities thrive.
They have such great products. I really love applying the Ultra Glossy Lip Serum in shade Hilda. It makes my lips look juicy and plump, and it's got a great texture.
They have such great products. I really love applying the Brilliant Eye Brightener to my inner corners. It gives that effortless, rested look even when I am not.
And don't forget about the Liquid Lash Extensions Mascara. It is tubing, so it comes off really easy. It's a mascara that has nourishing ingredients that support longer, stronger, and healthier looking lashes over time. Amplify your fall look with Thrive Cosmetics. Go to thrivecosmetics.com/house for an exclusive offer of 20% off your first order.
That's Thrive Cosmetics, CAUSEMETICS.com/house.
Our fourth Mars sister today is the New York Times bestselling star of the cozy romance world. She's the brains behind the smash hit radio romance First Time Caller and the Love Light Farm series. And she even treated readers to some paranormal activities in her Ghosted series. John's question on that was, is she fucking a ghost? First Time Caller is currently being adapted into a movie, so get ready to see her characters on the big screen. She's a certified book top phenomenon who went from self-publishing to taking over bookshelves nationwide. Welcome to the family, BK Borison.
Thank you so much for having me. And unfortunately, my husband is alive. He is a real man.
Right.
My second question was, is he corporal?
Yeah, the ghosts in the Good Spirits
Yes.
books, yeah.
Yes.
Better be, I hope so. I've actually read a book where she wasn't fully corporal. She gets corporal later on, but they still did some freaky stuff with her.
Girl, put the Kindle Unlimited down.
I got to.
So obviously, yeah, the love interest in Good Spirits is an Irish ghost. Does this mean we're a Hosier fan? Where did that come from?
That probably came from, I really loved that kind of weird that turned into a really bad show, Once Upon a Time, that was on like 6 years ago, or maybe longer. Colin O'Donoghue was Captain Hook. I know, don't tell me that. Don't tell me that. But yeah.
Ilona always says if you think something was 2 years ago, it was actually like 6 years ago.
Well, once you get to a certain age, you have to start adding years to things. Like if you think it was 3 years ago, probably 6. If you think it's 6 years ago, it was, I mean, honestly, I think that was when I was in high school. So
I was
15 years ago, maybe.
I was doing stuff on Tumblr when it came to that show, like ever and a day ago.
That was my heavy Tumblr phase. So it was probably shamefully 15 years ago.
What else did you do on Tumblr?
I'm not telling you. Nothing.
You have to.
No.
Nothing, no.
No, it's a
Inspirational quotes.
Inspirational quotes.
That's it. Just really beautiful images.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, just uplifting content. Nothing gross or weird.
Nothing. Me, it was just Benedict Cumberbatch's Sherlock. That was a lot of my Tumblr.
That was a heavy hitter back then.
Heavy on Tumblr.
The Super Hulock, you were in there?
Oh, it was deep. No. Ilona had an observation, having recently read.
You want to get already into my observation?
I don't know. We can. It's here.
BK, let's get into my observation. So I've read the 2 books, First Time Caller, and now back to you. My observation, BK. This is hard-hitting journalism. The main girl doesn't give head often to the guy.
Yeah. You know,
Is that
yeah.
Is that on purpose? And she's like, yeah.
And she's like, yeah, what about
And what
it?
about it?
Yeah. I feel like with a lot of portrayals of sex in media, we often see men-centered pleasure. And not that a woman can't enjoy giving a blowjob, but, I really like to center the ladies getting their due first and foremost. And if there's time, and there's never time, there's just simply never time. Wait, I think there was one in Good Spirits.
Yes.
So
Okay.
I feel like
I read that
checked that
last
box
Christmas.
and I've moved on.
Yeah. You're like, you're welcome. Bye.
Okay, we did it.
Yeah, because
Well, I
Ilona
would imagine
texted us.
there.
She was like, "Have you guys noticed my boots on the ground journalism? Have you guys noticed?" And I was like, "That is a very interesting take, Ilona." Okay.
Well, I don't mind it, honestly. I think that these books are for women. Women are reading it for, in many ways, their own pleasure. I think some women can for sure get pleasure from that act and from head. But I was like, hell yeah. Whatever. I like these characters. Aiden, do what you need to.
I love it. All right, Bex, there is so much tea to spill today. Let's get into tea time. First of all, congratulations on First Time Caller being adapted into a movie.
Isn't that nuts? Yeah, thank you.
That is just crazy. What can you tell us about it so far?
Nothing, honestly.
Perfect.
But it's just us. It's just us here.
Oh my gosh, she said I couldn't say that. There is a movie that's being made based on the book. I believe there. I can't say anything, but I'm excited about it. I never in a million years thought that would be possible or a thing that could happen. But super. They asked me they were like, who are you interested in for the roles? And I was like, Hudson Williams and Connor Story, and that's it.
I got a short list for you.
Gender bending First Time Caller.
I love, how involved are you in the process? Because we've heard from a few authors that it's sometimes it's a lot, sometimes it's nothing at all.
It's interesting because, this is the first time me going through this process completely. My film producer she texts a lot, and like she'll give me a heads up on what's going on and what's not going on. And so I feel like as of right now, I'm aware of things, but it's I've sort of handed it off. Like I wrote the book, put out the book, and when you do that, it's no longer yours. And so I'm sort of approaching it from the perspective of it will be the production teams to adapt however they see fit. And I'm happy to like defend the part of the reader and the things that I really love in the book, but I'm interested to see, what their take on the adaptation will be.
And what was it to get that call that your work was being adapted?
They told me in a very casual way. Like my film agent just called and she was like, hey, so the movie deal is going through. And I was like, and she was like, and also I have this thing I need to send you, so give me your address. And I was like, wait, let's go back to the jump there. It was she, and so I sort of just drifted around my house in a daze that day. Still can't quite believe it.
That's just a businesswoman. She delivered the business and she kept moving. There was stuff to be done.
She's like, I've never met anyone like her. I don't have, I think, the chops to exist in the film industry because I'm like asking everyone, how are you feeling? Are you happy? Like, do you like it? Is it good? And
she's a Maggie, if you will.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Love that. Run back. First Time Caller was inspired by Sleepless in Seattle. So is there a certain scene that you're really hoping makes it into the adaptation?
I really would love to see Aiden and Lucy slow dancing to the thong song because that, for me, just feels really important to my weird brain. Baltimore does not have a lot of claim to fame people that come from Baltimore. I think Good Charlotte and Cisco are our big ones. So we have to show the Baltimore love where we can with the thong song.
You absolutely have to.
I wouldn't mind a good closet scene.
I hope so.
A solid one. Can we get the people who did Heated Rivalry in on this?
We got to get in on that.
Specifically,
the intimacy coordinators. Can we get them?
Can they all fit in the closet? That's what we want.
Can we all fit them into a closet?
What were your characters, Aiden and Lucy, like when you first started imagining them for this book? Were they with you always, or did they just come to you one day?
I think they were with me always. I knew right away after I finished Love Light that I wanted to write this series, the Heartstring series. I knew who Aiden and Lucy were pretty much from the start, which makes for this drafting process of this book compared to my other books was so, nobody knew what I was working on. There's no expectations. I don't think I had even sold it at this point. So I was sort of just floating along, writing a book for my own enjoyment. I knew Aiden was going to be a bit of a grumpy asshole. I knew Lucy was going to be hopeful. I knew she was going to be a mom. I really wanted her to work, a sort of unconventional romance job. Often the female characters in romance are bakers or teachers or artists.
Right.
So I knew I wanted her to be a blue collar girl. But yeah, they really came to me fully fleshed, which hasn't happened since, probably won't happen again. But I enjoyed it while it did.
I felt what I liked in your books was how much the woman took, I guess, charge in a way, but how much Lucy was like, no, this is something that I want. Like, I want you. Whereas I think in a lot of books, it's always like the girl may be unsure, but he's like, no, I want you, blah, 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 blah. And like Lucy's like, no, this is it. So you can figure that out. And there was no, like, they always love to add a jealousy thing where she still goes on a date, but Lucy's sticks to her guns and is like, I know this, so it's on you to figure out. Where I think a lot of times it's like the woman figuring it out and she doesn't know yet, but he loves her so much.
Right.
And I think it's something we almost expect in romance novels, to have a man who's just so obsessed and can't think of anything else and whatnot. So I thought that was a refreshing take of a woman knowing exactly what she wants.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun playing with the sort of the tropes that we expect to see in romance. My editor and I, we would twist a lot of them on their head. Like when Lucy teaches Aiden how to do skee ball, that's such a classic romance scene of like the guy, let me show you how to hold a baseball bat or something, you know. So we definitely played with that a little bit when we were putting the book together.
I think because we're all actively dating too, and we are very much so like, here's what we want, here's what we like, here's what we don't. I think it's nice to see that in a character like Lucy, very much so.
How's it been now, because you started as self-published, what's different now that you are working with publishing house and have editors with you? What's the biggest difference?
I think probably the biggest difference is just the amount of eyes on the work before it goes anywhere. Before, I would just write a book, my best friend would read it, she'd be like, this sucks, fix this. And we do it. And then I just put the book out and then it was done. But now it's, manuscripts have to be turned in a year in advance. Editors look at it, copy editors, marketing, publicity, sales, all of these people have opinions on the work before it even hits bookshelves. So that's something I'm really grateful for now. It's saved my butt more than once on missing stuff or errors or continuity and all that. But it's just so much more of a machine. And I never in a million years thought, I published my first book because I needed something to do that was purely for myself. It was the depths of COVID. My husband is a physician and he was working in the hospital all the time. We just had a baby. So I was by myself at home with this baby and I didn't see my husband. I was like, I need to do something that is just for me. And so I wrote this book and I never had any expectations that I would do any of this ever, let alone my hope at the time was like, maybe I will sell like 12 books. That would be great. And now it's this thing in my life. And so very grateful, but it's weird in the best way. Does your best
friend still read it first before it goes to anybody else? Okay, cool.
She has I see her, she has Google Doc access whenever I start a new manuscript. She gets access right away and I see her like pop up like a little ghost over all my projects to read them as I go.
As you're writing a book, do you have a timeline in your head or does it just come up as you're writing? You're like, oh, and then this should happen. Or are you beforehand saying they're going to go here, then they're going to go here, then they're going to go here, and then you add the story to that?
Usually I start with, I know where they're starting and I know exactly where they're going to end. And I know what the climactic moment will be that sort of changes their relationship. But filling in all those bits, if I do an outline, then it sort of loses the magic of drafting. Then I feel like I'm just checking off a list as I go. And then they make out in the closet and then they have sex in a fort and then they eat a pizza and then they go skee ball. So I try to give myself the freedom to figure it out as we go and to like, it sounds weird when you say, listen to the voices in your head, listen to the characters, but very much trying to let the story guide itself.
First Time Caller is a bit of a story about getting your groove back. Are you pulling from your personal experiences for moments like these and characters?
I think so. I usually, whenever I start writing a book and I know who the characters are, there's always a point where I'm like, oh, that's something I should talk to my therapist about. Because there'll be something that comes up again and again. And usually there's always, whether I intend to or not, it comes through just because it's me. But there's certainly characters that I feel tied to more strongly than others. Lucy being a mom, wanting to be a romantic, but feeling like there's no space for it, feeling disenchanted with the world in general and feeling like she has to sort of fit herself down to space. I think I definitely resonate with those things.
You're in the next one. Now back to you. The main character's name is Delilah. Now, did you listen to Delilah back in the day on the radio? Because, like, to me, Delilah, that's an OG name. Did you take from that, or did you just love the name Delilah and you went with it?
I took from the Delilah of radio fame. She was phenomenal. I mean, I just associate her, my parents turning on the radio and hearing her voice through the speakers. There's nothing that sort of exists like that anymore. I feel like the attachment of media, like a voice that you hear, just not necessarily because you chose it, just because it's always there. You know what I mean? And so I love that's sort of the concept of the whole series. Like when I first started and I pitched it as a radio show, my editor was like, no one really listens to radio anymore. I'm like, that's my fictional world. I want the nostalgia of it.
Yeah.
And in this world, they do. And they still will. So that was intentional. Yes, Delilah.
You said exactly. That's why I'm doing it.
To me, Delilah is like, and probably the same for you guys, it's like driving on this Battery Street in Vermont when it's like snowy out and it's dark. For some reason, that to me is Delilah.
Her voice sounds like no phones, cozy, brownish Tuscan mom interiors, like of the 90s and 2000s. That's what her voice sounds like.
A plate shaped like a chicken,
A plate shaped like a chicken.
And I think it's smart giving your character like the name Delilah because it already invokes so much feeling in so many readers. I read that and I was like, oh, Delilah. It's also not a name you hear that much.
Yeah. I mean, the whole series feels very nostalgic, obviously, with the inclusion of radio. And even something about a weather reporter feels nostalgic. We don't have these like characters really anymore in our lives because we're all on our phones and we have the weather app. Whereas like I knew our meteorologist by heart. I was like, that's Tom Messner on the screen right now in Burlington, Vermont.
Yep.
Can you say more about the way nostalgia plays into your work?
I grew up very much like we listened to the same radio station. My parents had the news on every day after school. Bob Turk was my meteorologist growing up in Baltimore. And it very much felt like the extension of family. And when I was creating the series, I knew I wanted it to be a love letter to Baltimore, a love letter to love, and not just romantic love, but love between mom and daughter, between friends, and community love. And something I really love doing in my books is building out this cast of characters that feel like a close, tight-knit community around the love story. And I think for me, it's because it's something that I feel like I don't have as much of as I want, and that a lot of us yearn for community in the same way we do romance. And so it's my way of filling that little hole for me.
That's so true. We are yearning for community in the same way we yearn for romance.
We were just talking about that like the cost of communities and convenience. And I've been hearing that tossed around so much recently. I think that's really true. We have such a focus on romance in our society right now, but community, I think, comes first.
Also fills a cup entirely, yeah.
Dare I say the more important cup.
And it comes without having to have a man in your house.
The truth. The truth.
The truth. Ilona recently had a visitor, and she was like, "I think I got to protect my peace more."
Oh yeah,
I don't know if I got men in my
over
space.
BK.
Tell me about it.
From the moment I picked him up from the airport, I was like, I don't want to do this. I was like, yeah, just come over for a few nights. I picked him up, and I was like, I hate this. And
why would a man be there?
Just everything, and it was like just like bringing him into your space, your energy. I was like, not for me. So that's kind of taught me now I need to stop inviting men over, and also if men come to see me, they need to go be in a hotel.
Right.
And I have a friend who'd said that too. Our friend Caroline was like, no, when men come to visit, they stay in a hotel. This is my space. I don't bring men into this
womanly
space.
energy.
So yeah, I had to sage that. I haven't saged it yet. I'm gonna sage it. So I had to open my window. I just had to like let it out.
Yeah.
And then when he left, the night after he left, I was in my bed like, ew, yeah. This is the best ever. And I was like literally giggling, kicking my feet when I had my space to myself
You were
again.
Queen Latifah in The Last Holiday when she gets in the bed.
Oh, absolutely. You gotta, shit, girls. Be careful who you let into your space, your energy, your aura, your
And
zone.
we fully see and hear and appreciate that you have a husband. So
Yeah,
apologies to him for this section.
No, I think he recently has started spending more time at home. He's sort of like lessened his workload. And so my daughter had exact same vibes. My daughter comes up to me in my office and she's like, Mom, Dad is here all the time. I was like, I know, baby. She's like, he's messing up my rules. She was like, I have she was like, I have the things I do after school. She's 6, by the way. And so she's like, she's got her little gummy bears, and she was like, I have things I need to do. And dad is there. And I was like, I'll talk to him about your space, honey.
Your space in your area. I love that it's the two of you in your room being like, no, and I know it. It's because like he's the problem, right? Like we are not the problem. Like
no, we are not
this.
See, even 6-year-olds know. I should have learned. Take me
knows.
30 years to learn this. Terrible. And I the thing is, I keep doing it to myself.
Yeah.
It's done. I'm done now.
These past few months have been intense. It's been quite nonstop for us Maher sisters.
Between rugby training, the pod, and catching flights, I've barely had any downtime.
I don't even know how we have time to eat these days.
I know that is generally how crazy my routine has been. On days my schedule is insane, I still do need to eat good food, nutrient-dense food.
Sounds like it might be the perfect time for Factor meals.
Absolutely.
I'm already one step ahead of you. Factor has over 100 chef-crafted, dietitian-designed, ready-to-eat meals that are perfect for a busy lifestyle.
Factor really has been game-changing for me. It's ready in 2 minutes, and there's zero prep or cleanup, so you can eat well even on days when your schedule is a literal nightmare.
And they have so many options. I love the salmon burgers, and they have yummy add-ons like pumpkin-flavored cheesecake.
97% of users agree that Factor meals have helped them live a healthier life, so you can feel confident that you're doing something good for yourself with every meal. Factor is part of my routine, and it could be a great fit for you.
Let's eat real. Head to factormeals.com/Maher50off and use code Maher50off to get 50% off and one free breakfast item per box for 1 year while supplies last until October 31st, 2026.
That's code Maher50off at factormeals.com, Maher50off at factormeals.com. See website for more details. In case you didn't know, House of Maher is on Facebook.
This is true, and you can catch all of our highlights through Reels or even full eps on the page.
I love seeing our community grow on there and getting a chance to feel connected to our fans.
And honestly, it's such a fun way for us to share more of these little moments with you guys, like sharing what we do even outside of the show that we love so much.
100%. Whether you want a quick laugh, a favorite clip, or you're ready to dive into a full episode, it's all right there.
And it makes it feel like we get to keep the conversation going even after the episode ends. Facebook has always been great for group chats. We are pros at that.
We have a Facebook group chat with our family, the Big Five.
The Big Five, there's 5 of us.
That's
3
5 of us.
daughters, mom and dad.
And then we have another one which has our aunt, uncle, and Oma in it called Travel Updates, where we just send in, landed in LA, so that they know.
So if you haven't joined us over there yet, come hang with us on Facebook. Who knows what else you'll find.
Catch you in the comments on the Reels, all while sharing the best moments.
This summer, find more than what you're looking for on Facebook. Do you know what accessory really elevates a good fit?
A bold lip.
Not wrong.
A middle part.
Not what I was thinking of, but it's sunglasses. A good pair will simply pull a whole look together.
Even at night?
Even at night.
It's cooler at
Anytime.
night. Okay, I'm on board, but I hate when my sunglasses get tangled in my hair.
Well, it's time for you to meet Shady Ray's tangle-free sunglasses.
Shady Rays is designed with smooth, no snag nose pieces that will glide through your hair.
They're lightweight, polarized, and cute enough to wear to literally anything, from running errands in New York to a glam photo shoot.
Over 300,000 people have rated Shady Rays 5 stars because when something actually works, people talk about it.
And if your sunglasses end up lost in the sand or accidentally sat on, Shady Rays has lost and broken protection. So if life gets a little messy, they've got you covered.
So if you're ready to up your sunglasses game, we got you, girl. We've teamed up with Shady Rays to bring you an exclusive offer. Go to shadyrays.com and use code HOM for 50% off 2 or more pairs of polarized sunglasses. Try for yourself the shades rated 5 stars by over 300,000 people.
I had a question about, and now back to you, the Jackson of First Time Caller. I guess maybe it's the way I went into it. He feels a bit different. Did he change a bit for you? Because to me, he felt like the quirky, kind of confident-ish, even though he fumbles on the air guy to Aiden when we're in his own head. I mean, obviously we're in his head now. He seems a lot different to me. How did Jackson kind of work out for you?
I think Jackson is probably the perfect character for this because when we see him in First Time Caller, we're seeing him from Aiden's perspective. And Aiden is his own whole mess. And he sees Jackson as a person who has it together. You know, he's raising his sisters. He's doing a really good job at work, while Aiden is just sort of like dragging his limp body into the radio station every day. But when we meet him and now back to you, I think we're seeing Jackson at sort of like a breaking point. He's dealing with mom stuff. He's dealing with raising his sisters, and Delilah is sort of just like the straw that breaks I don't even know what that saying is, but it's the thing that makes him fall apart. Is it
Right.
what straw that breaks the camel's back?
Camel's back. The
Yeah,
camel's
yeah,
back.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I was like thinking in my head, I was like, how is that possible?
That
Anyway,
can't be right.
that can't be right. Couldn't possibly be right. But then we meet Jackson, and I think he's fed up and he's frustrated. And he just so badly wants things to be easy, and they're not. And so when we get into his head, I think we see that Aiden's perception of him is a little shinier than the reality of Jackson's life.
That's interesting. Yeah, that's so true. I think also I listened to them, and the narrators, love them both, but they definitely played Jackson very differently. But I think it actually does lean nicely into what you're saying.
Yeah, it's interesting when you get to the audio performances, because that's someone's interpretation of
Right.
the thing I wrote. But I mean, even if you're just reading the book, you bring to it your own experiences and your own mindset and all of that. It changes. So often I'll see readers be like, just have a completely different interpretation of a scene. And once you publish a book, you can't be like, oh, I didn't mean it that way.
Right.
Because it's just there. It's out now. So
No take backs.
no take backs.
I think that's interesting. I agree with you, Olivia, because when I was reading Aiden's book, I almost felt like Jackson's voice character should be Aiden's voice character, because it was a kind of a deeper sort of melodic voice, whereas Aiden's kind of felt like peppy to me, but it felt switched, like Aiden's on air as Aiden Valentine. So I think that also, I'm the same boat as you, because it changed my perception of Jackson, because I thought of him in the first one as like that kind of blah, 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 all over the place guy, and then in the second one he just sounds so kind of like, because of maybe the voice actor, just like very chill, down to understand, he knows what he's about type of guy.
I think I'm having a crisis because I'm like, well, what I want everyone to see of me is clearly how they see me, and I'm like, no, it's obviously not what happens. So I'm having an existential crisis right now about these characters for myself.
I'm so grateful that I could do that for you.
Thank you so much.
What was the first day of writing the sequel like?
I had just had a baby, my son, and so postpartum is a bit of a bitch. And so I knew I had to write this book, but it was sort of hanging over my head a bit because I had just had a baby. He came early. And so I wasn't ready to write this book, but I had to because deadlines and, job and life. But so it took me a long time with this book to figure out what it was and who they were. And that, honestly, that's probably, I'm having my own epiphany of that's probably why the characters do sound different book to book, because I'm a different person every time I write a book. And so, yeah, this one was a tough one for me to write. I had trouble with the story. I had trouble focusing. I had trouble balancing everything. But we got there in the end.
Sorry, I'm thinking about that. I think it actually probably played in well to Jackson and Delilah separately and what they were going through and what you were going through at the time.
So you have another book coming out that's, I think it's focused on, I was looking at the cover, focus on Maggie and the business guy we see at the end there. Yes?
Yes. Cooper. Yes.
Cooper. Okay.
Cooper.
How do you decide like which character that you want to create another book for? Because then there's I was wondering if it was going to be about her or if it was going to be about
cameraman
Mark and who's
Gianna?
the researcher? Gianna. If it was going to be about them, because we see that they're kind of together there at the end, but like I think, if you're going to write a book about their story of how they got to that point.
Yeah, a lot of people have been asking about Mark and Gianna. I have no intentions of writing their story. It was, for this one, it was initially planned to be first time caller, long time listener, and it was going to be Aiden and Lucy, and then Maggie and Cooper. That was always the plan. But then when I was writing first time caller, Jackson was just so there. And the Delilah thing just happened. So I was like, oh, okay, we'll write their book too. So sometimes that happens where I will have set plans when I start, and then a side character is just very vocal as I'm drafting. And I'm like, oh, okay, I will write you a story, Jackson.
I love that it happens like that in your brain, because I'll be reading. I love books that are set in the same universe, because you'll be reading and then you'll hear about, like, when I'm reading the first one, I hear about Jackson. I'm like, what was that? Who's that? All right, I'll catch up with you later. I just know it. Like you could feel like, I hope they're getting their own. So even Maggie, like, she's such a powerful character and woman, and I love her whenever she pops in. And so I'm like, well, I hope I get to hear more from Maggie. And now we do.
You're going to hear a lot more from Maggie.
We're going to hear from Maggie. Okay, good.
BK, are you tall?
I'm very tall. Well, not for you
that-
guys.
What's tall? How tall are you?
I'm 5'11".
Oh, you're in the crew.
She's 5'10" and she's 5'10" and a half.
I wanted to ask that because Lucy's described as this tall woman. I think she's described as 5'10" or something like that, which I loved because you don't often see that sort of size. I feel like in these romance books, I always have she's 5'5".
She's petite.
Petite. Oh, she has curves. I just love that Lucy was this taller woman.
Yeah, but tall girls don't get much representation in romance novels. And so as a tall girl, I needed it.
How tall is your husband?
He is 6'2".
Wow. Alona's been convincing me I need to try the Short Kings.
Yeah. Not that 6'2" is a short king, but you need to.
No, not to. See, I wanted her. I was like the ones that a hawk could fly away with. I don't think so.
Are you even trying tall kings right now, though? That's a real question.
All right. It's not for lack of trying.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you can try some.
I was on a dating app and this tall guy was like, "Are you really that height?" And I was like, "Yeah." Like, why would I lie about being 5'11"?
You're
You know what I
5'6",
mean? If I was
you're
gonna lie,
5'11".
I would say that I was like 5'6" or whatever. And he goes, "Wow, I've like never been with a tall girl." I was like, "Cool." Ooh. So you can't.
What a
you're
weirdo.
Not, what a weirdo! You're not big enough personality-wise to ride this ride. Sorry. Keep it moving.
I got approached to at the bar the other day. He was probably like 5'7" or something, but I was on a bar stool. And then like we were chatting, I gave him my number once he asked. And then I stood up at the end and I could kind of see something click in his mind. And I never got a text.
Damn.
That's okay. Hey, that's okay.
Hey, that's
I was
okay.
open to you, Mr. 5'7", but
right.
It's an insecure man that can't handle a tall woman.
Exactly that.
Tell him.
Real life romance. I mean, I asked about your husband. How did you meet?
So he was my next door neighbor in Rome, Italy. His patio was like right up against my patio, and he used to it was pre-cell phones, so yes, I'm old. But we didn't have phones, so he used to throw wine corks at my window to get my attention. And then we dated for the rest of college and got married and had a kid named Roma. Because that's where we met.
really cute.
Wine corks would work on me.
No, easily.
Collect him and you put him in a little vase.
Because then it also means he has wine that's open and I'm ready to drink at all times. So that's awesome.
I did. The first time I ever threw up from drinking was on his patio because I drank so much wine.
Oh my gosh.
And he still married me, so it worked out.
Hey, you got that out the way. That's awesome.
Sickness and in health.
Yeah.
There we go.
Let's head on into the book nook. Today's book nook is brought to you by JBL and the noise-canceling headphones, the JBL Lives. Bex, what is the last book you loved?
I was on my heated rivalry kick, like with the rest of the Sane universe. So demolished all of those. But I also, there's a book coming out next year by one of my good friends, Jessica Joyce. She wrote Every Ordinary Thing. And I can't tell you what it's about because it hasn't been released yet. But the glory and the power of being an author is you get all your friends' books early. So I read it. It's phenomenal. And I'm so excited for it to be out in the world.
Has there been an author who's been like a sister to you in the industry?
I am very close with Lila Sage. She wrote Done and Dusted, the Cowboy, the Cowboy series.
Oh, yeah.
And we both moved we did paranormal romance at the same time too. So she has a ghost series as well as I do. But she is she's also a tall girl. She's one of my best friends. Love her to pieces.
Oh my gosh. And how did you guys meet?
We met through book stuff. When her debut started taking off, she was looking for a conversation partner for an event in New York. And I was like, hey, I'll be around there at that time. If you need someone, I can do it with you. And then when we met up, it was just, kismet. As soon as we met, it was meant to be.
Oh, I love that about friends.
I love
What are we
that.
talking about? Communities. Friends, too.
Friends.
So awesome.
Community
Friends. Well, she did this, so I did this.
Friends.
Too. Yeah. did this, too.
This is me and her always.
Sometimes friends kiss on the mouth, and that's okay.
It was okay.
What does your writing setup look like? Are you somebody who has to like schedule out hours as if it's a job?
I'm a mom, so I don't have schedules are not a thing that happens in my life. I try to do all of my writing in the morning. Between like 9 and noon is my most productive block, and then the rest of my day is mom life and administrative stuff. But I would love to wake up early and do it, but my children seem to know when I do that, and they like rise from the dead and zombie down to the office. So, yeah.
So it's not like the glamorous life of going out to a writer's retreat cabin,
lighting candles,
and she brings her coffee and she just writes.
Delilah on the radio.
No, this is a writer. BK's got deadlines to hit.
I gotta pick up from camp and all that crap. So
she's writing a sexy scene in a closet. She's gotta go to soccer practice.
Your daughter's like, I've got a couple more complaints about dad, actually, if you have a moment.
She's like, actually, here's my list. I did write. The weirdest place I wrote a sexy scene was probably on my in-laws' couch while my kids were in the pool. I remember sitting there writing it, and I was like, the vibes are not correct in this place.
The vibes.
This is not
inspiration
the place.
strikes.
Right.
Yeah.
Who are you to turn it away? The inspiration.
Mm-hmm. Do people ever, are they like, well, what are you writing now, Bex? What's up? You're like, I'm just there, writing.
They're drinking coffee right now.
Literature. Just literature is happening on my computer.
A great work of art.
I'm punching up with some jokes right now. That's it. There's definitely no insertion or anything like that is happening.
This is all really confidential. I can't talk about it.
Yeah, right.
If you could give yourself one tip or give other authors one tip as they start writing their book, what would it be?
Write the book that you want to read is what I always say. And try not to have expectations about anything, which is impossible to do as a person. But I think when you enter publishing thinking, I'm going to write this book and it's going to do really well and everyone's going to love it, you're just going to be miserable. So I think the best way to go about it is just write the book, have fun, enjoy yourself. And I think readers can feel that when they read the book later.
How do you balance keeping that mentality now, coming from self-published, where there are so many more voices, you said, in your process? How do you stick to being able to still write the book you want with so many other eyes involved?
I'm really lucky that my team trusts me a lot to sort of, when I pitched the idea to my agent, we were at lunch in New York and I was like, I really want to write a book about a ghost who haunts the wrong woman and they fall in love. And she was like, great.
Yes.
She was like, and I was like, just can I try to write it and you can read it and you can let me know what you think. So I'm lucky that there's people that trust me from these really weird concepts and trust that when I say I want it to be radio, it needs to be radio. And they're like, okay, great. If you can make people buy into that, then great. And so I'm sort of given the space to figure out what I want to do. And I'm so grateful that the team behind me is 99.9% of the time like, cool, do it, and we'll see what happens.
Well, big news on our end. BK, we have decided that First Time Caller is going to be our official Tall Tales Book Club pick of the month.
Woo!
So we're going to be reading it, discussing it,
Sharing with the audience.
So thank you for writing it.
Thank you for writing it, yeah.
Thank you for picking it. I hope everyone enjoys it. That's a little terrifying, but mainly exciting.
You got a good track record. Don't worry.
Okay, great.
Yeah, we can't wait. Now that you are a part of the family, you've got to help out around this house. Choose one of these chores, and you'll be given a corresponding challenge. Okay, are you ready? Laundry, dishes, vacuuming, or sweeping?
Vacuuming.
Vacuuming. Reveal the last note in your notes app.
Oh, can I look?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
It's not going to be good, guys.
I'm excited.
This is the diary of a mad woman in here. Oh, no.
Share it.
What is it?
Oh, no. So sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night because I have a thought for a book and I think I'm crushing it. Like I wake up and I'm like, this is it. Like I've solved all the problems in this book. It's done and like we're good. Yeah. And then it's just gibberish when I wake up. This isn't one of the worst ones, but it says, I didn't want to give you another reason to hate me. And the next line is, I've hated what you make me feel. And then the next line is 13 houses, 2 chickens, And then
Yeah, okay.
and then the last one just says job, job, job. And that's it.
Honestly, you could convince somebody that's a beautiful poem.
No, I was gonna say I'm moved.
That's a
I feel
song.
moved
Job,
by that. Truly, job, job, job.
And then people be
Job,
like,
job,
what is-
job.
What is houses? And the way
job,
the
job, job, and that's
houses-
it.
And that's it.
And that is life.
It
Job,
really
job,
is just
job.
it.
And then
That's
13
beautiful.
houses with chickens.
And
We all could be said.
hate the way you made me think. Feel.
Yeah. No, that's
Perfect.
great.
I think that's great.
That was beautiful.
That's perfect.
We started really coherent and just quickly descended, and then
Because you were
Job, job,
falling back
job, out.
asleep probably as
Yeah,
you got to
job.
the end of that.
I'm gonna understand what that means in the morning for sure.
yeah, I was like,
Oh, I
I
love
crushed
it.
it. I got it.
And then you probably slept more better after that because you solved it all. You just
Yeah, I solved it. We were good. We could just go night night.
Good night.
We went night night. Well, thank you so much for coming over, Bex.
Thanks for having me. This was such a joy.
Check out BK's latest Longtime Listener wherever you get your books in February. Follow BK Borison on IG and on TikTok. Job, 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 y'all. We will see you next week.
Thanks so much for coming over to the House of Maher, a Wave original.
Be sure to watch, subscribe on YouTube, and listen wherever you get your podcasts.
Plus, follow the show on social media at House of Maher for clips and behind the scenes content. Bye.
Thanks, Bex.